Good morning, and welcome back to Morning Strategy, where we slow down, think clearly, and lead intentionally. Grab your coffee, settle in, and take these next few minutes for yourself. This is your daily moment to pause, plan, and focus on what truly matters. Because successful days start with clarity. Good morning, and welcome back to Morning Strategy, the place where we don't rush the day, we design it. Today's conversation is one of the most important leadership lessons you will ever hear, whether you lead a company, a team, a family, or simply your own life. And that is this: you cannot lead others effectively if you are not leading yourself first. Leadership isn't a title. It's not a role. And it definitely isn't something that magically turns on once other people start watching you. Leadership starts in private. Before the meetings. Before the emails. Before the decisions that impact others. This episode is about self-leadership. How you manage your time, your energy, your emotions, your discipline, and your integrity, especially when no one is holding you accountable but you. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's talk about what it really means to lead yourself before you ever try to lead anyone else. When most people hear leadership, they picture authority, being in charge, giving direction, managing people. But true leadership starts internally. Self-leadership is your ability to set standards for yourself, follow through on commitments, regulate your emotions, make decisions aligned with your values, stay disciplined even when motivation fades. Here's the hard truth: if you can't manage your own behavior, your own time, your own mindset, you will struggle to manage anyone else's. Think about it. If you don't keep your word to yourself, why would others trust you? If you're constantly overwhelmed, reactive, or inconsistent, how can you expect stability from a team? If your emotions run the show, your leadership becomes unpredictable. Self-leadership is the quiet work. Getting up when you said you would. Preparing before you're required to. Doing the hard thing when no one is watching. Saying no when it protects your priorities. This is why the best leaders don't start by asking, "How do I lead others better?" They start by asking, "How do I lead myself more effectively?" Let's be honest, self-leadership is hard. Not because people don't know what to do, but because it requires ownership. Here are a few common reasons people struggle. 1. They rely on motivation instead of discipline. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is strategic. Leaders don't wait to feel like it, they move because it's aligned with their goals. 2. They avoid accountability with themselves. It's easy to give grace to yourself in unhealthy ways. "I'll do it tomorrow." "I deserve a break." "I'll get serious next week." Self-leadership means holding yourself to standards without becoming harsh or perfectionistic. 3. They confuse busyness with leadership. Being busy feels productive, but it's often avoidance. Leaders prioritize clarity over chaos. 4. They don't pause to reflect. Without reflection, patterns repeat. Self-leadership requires awareness of habits, triggers, and choices. If this sounds familiar, take a breath. This isn't about judgment, it's about growth. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to be intentional. Let's break self-leadership into 5 practical areas you can work on, starting today. 1. Leading your time. Time is your most honest resource. You always make time for what you value. Ask yourself, what gets my best energy? What gets my leftovers? Where am I overcommit? Leaders don't fill their schedules, they design them. Morning strategy starts here. Decide what must happen today and protect it. 2. Leading your energy. You don't need more hours, you need better energy management. Pay attention to when you're most focused. When you tend to procrastinate. What drains you unnecessarily. Leading yourself means working with your energy, not against it. 3. Leading your emotions. This one separates reactive leaders from grounded ones. Self-leadership means pausing before responding. Recognizing emotional triggers. Choosing clarity over impulse. You don't suppress emotions, you manage them. The more emotionally regulated you are, the safer people feel around you. 4. Leading your mindset. Your internal dialogue becomes your leadership style. Ask: do I speak to myself with clarity or criticism? Do I focus on solutions or problems? Do I default to fear or strategy? Leaders train their thinking the same way they train skills. 5. Leading your integrity. This is the foundation. Integrity is doing what you said you'd do, especially when no one checks. Self-trust is built here. And without self-trust, leadership collapses. Let's make this actionable. Here's a simple morning self-leadership reset you can use daily. Step 1. Ask one grounding question. What does leading myself well look like today? Step 2. Identify one priority. Not 10. 1. The action that moves you forward, not just keeps you busy. Step 3. Set one personal standard. Example: I will respond, not react. I will finish what I start today. I will protect my energy. Step 4. Decide before the day decides for you. Predecide how you'll handle stress, interruptions, difficult conversations. This is leadership in motion, quiet, intentional, powerful. Here's what I want you to remember as you move into your day. You don't need permission to lead. You don't need a title to act with integrity. And you don't need followers to practice leadership. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, choose clarity over chaos, respond instead of react, show up with intention, you are leading. And when the time comes to lead others, your actions will already speak. So today, before you lead a meeting, before you lead a project, before you lead a team, lead yourself first. Thank you for spending this morning with me. If this episode resonated, take a moment to reflect and carry that clarity into your day. I'll see you in the next morning strategy.